All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning back in. So we're fishing some deeper flats right now. A bit of a late intro here. I already started fishing. I've got a greenback on this pole over here, and I've actually got a goofy jig on here. Someone was saying that they were getting pompano out here, but I casted it a couple times, didn't really get anything. Yeah, we're fishing these flats. We're really going for whatever bites. Usual suspects out here is going to be trout and flounder. I have caught little reds and stuff like that out here too. But what we're going to do is throw some greenies. We got some shrimp. Also got artificials per the usual. And just wait for something to happen out here. We're just kind of drifting around right now. But once I find a good spot where I'm getting hit, then I'll probably anchor up. But we're just going to do our thing. Hopefully it's a good day. All right, look at that. First catch of the day on the Purple Demon Z-Man. This thing catches everything. So, looks like a sea slug or sea cucumber or something like that. I don't know. But if you're a biology expert or you just know what this is, maybe leave a comment. So feel free to chime in. We're gonna go ahead and not touch this guy, but still release him. All right, there he goes. Caught and released sea slug of some sort. All right, so I think we're gonna fish around here. This is kind of like where I got started kayak fishing back in the day, and it's actually the same area where I caught my PB speckled trout at 28 inches. So super old video if you want to watch that. I think I posted that like 7 years ago. So, but we're gonna try it here. Tons of jellyfish in the water. But we're gonna go ahead and throw a line out here. We're gonna use this Purple Demon, the Z-Man. This is on a, I believe it's a 1/4 ounce. Could be might even be a 1/2 ounce. No, it's a 1/4 ounce jig head here. It's a Texas eye, or I think trout eye jig head. We're just gonna toss this out, hit some of these deeper grass flats over here, so you got a pretty good abundance of them. But you know, it's kind of what you want to look for out here is just, you know, structure of some sort, and that could be potholes, sandy potholes in the middle of grass, or it might be grassy patches in the middle of sand, which is kind of what we're getting, a mix of both out here. But yeah, these color changes kind of indicate the grass meeting sand and what have you. Again, that tide's low right now, but pretty soon that tide will be higher and we can hit some of the more shallow water. But we got our first fish on here. Looks like a little speckle. Yeah, a little trout. This guy's tiny. You can get a hand on him. All right, cool. So first actual fish of the day that's not a sea slug or sea cucumber. And that is your classic speckled trout. And he's ready to go, so we're gonna let him go. All right. And oh, there's a ton of bait down here too. You know what, we're gonna anchor up. Because we got trout, we got bait. Those are enough signs for me to stick around. So we're just gonna drop anchor here, but if you look down there, you can see some, I believe it's white bait, which we have some white bait too. And if this is where the greenie's at, this is gonna be where the fish is at. I can almost guarantee it. Oh, got another fish on here. Feels like it's gonna be another trout. If his head shakes. Yeah, he's already surfacing. So come around the left side of the boat, but we got a line out there. On the right side. There he is right there. Another speckled trout. A little bit bigger than the last one. I don't think he'll be a keeper. I'm gonna go ahead and net him so he doesn't come off. Oh, good little jump there. I'm gonna move this crazy jig before he gets snagged. Alright, so speckled trout number 2. It's not a bad size, but I'm not sure this will keep. He's probably closer to like 13, 14. Right, here we go, another speckled trout on the Purple Demon. So this guy's 14 inches, so he's too small. I gotta be 15. But Still gorgeous little trout. He's ready to go. I know it. So gonna move up to this next patch, and then the deeper channel's coming up over here. So we'll start hitting the edge of that channel and look for some flounder and some more trout. To a spot that's got deeper water here. So it's like a little channel over here, and this is where I'll sometimes get trout, flounder, things like that. So we're just gonna use that purple demon, bounce it off the bottom over here. And I've got a dead green back on the pole here on my right. See if something picks that up. So I'll see if there's any fish over here before we do anything else. We do have a fish on now, so let's see what this is. Looks like little trout. It's a little speckled trout. Not a very big one, but he ate the purple demon and he inhaled it. All I see sticking out is his tail. Oh. Alright, loose on my boat. Alright, buddy, chill. Alright, so it's another speckled trout. This guy, he's bleeding a bit, so he might have caught his gill on the lure, so we're gonna let him go right away. And we're gonna keep throwing. This trout seemed to like this purple demon today, so keep it moving. Hopefully get on a bigger one. All right, so we're back on another fish. Doesn't feel too bad. I think it's another trout. Yeah, it looks like a trout. Another smaller, schoolie size trout. We got him on the last purple demon. So that's the last one I have. These ladyfish are just fraying them off so fast. All right, so we just hooked up and we got what's probably, I don't know, probably a big ladyfish. Not sure. I was pulling some drag. I'm hoping what it isn't. Oh, it's a ray. Damn it. We got a little ray. Ooh, okay. Man, I felt the weight of that fish and I was like, yes, please be a flounder or something good. Wasn't expecting a ray to come out. All these rays that are out there. Hopefully there's some cobia. All right, so we're changing it up again. I'm gonna head to the other side of the channel. There's it's pretty good like grass lines and things like that where it drops off into deeper water. So we're gonna try there, and then maybe kind of switch it up completely if we don't really get any activity here. You know, tons of trash fish. I've spared you guys the pain of having to watch me catch ladyfish and catfish. So we're gonna just move over to this other side, try it here. But yeah, you can see this water is pretty deep on this end here. And then when you're kind of fishing on that side too, it gets a little more choppy because you got this deeper water moving up to the shallow water. So we're just gonna move to the shallower end over here, anchor up, and then just kind of throw off of this grass. You can see where it kind of comes back up. See if we can get anything. This area looks pretty good too. It kind of drops off here where we're kind of going over right now. There you go, on again. Another trout. I'm not sure if this is a better trout or, yeah, definitely a little bit better than the other ones. So I'll go ahead and hammer this guy up. And get close to keeper. He might be like right at 15, possibly 16. But he ate the purple demon, of course, as we've been using this whole time. So there he is, purple demon in mouth. We'll give this guy a measure. So this guy is a keeper trout. Not a bad size. I have a double XL hand, so it doesn't really ever do my fish justice, but we'll box him and then keep it going. And then throw up again. so we'll go ahead and net him up here. Purple Demon doing his job. This guy's definitely in the keeper range, so we'll end up bagging him. Right, so this is going to be our second keeper size trout for the day. See there. Okay, go ahead and give him a quick measure. Keeper. So we'll put him in the bag with the other one, and then we'll keep moving. All right, so we're anchoring up here. So we're at this little mini bridge. I was actually fishing here yesterday. There was a bunch of little reds and a little sheep's head, and the tide was still coming in when I fished it yesterday. The tide's almost at its peak right now, so we're gonna see if maybe we can get some bigger reds, maybe snook, maybe keeper sheep's head. Hopefully it's not the same bunch of little guys as yesterday, but only one way to find out. So got a couple of shrimp left. They use these things up. A bunch of dead green back in here too. But go ahead and toss a live shrimp down there. See if we can come up. There we go. We got fish on. Feels smallish, so probably a smallish sheepy. I imagine plenty of smaller guys down there. So this guy's probably about 11 inches. Oh, he's super close, but yeah, 11.5. So we'll let him go free. Sheep's head. Bye-bye. All right, so not a whole lot going on at the bridge. Little sheep's head, and had a couple of pretty good hits. Had one fish come unglued, but hey, it happens. Fished that bridge yesterday. Got a good amount of redfish, kind of on the smaller side, but they were still fun. Also some sheep's head, so I'll probably put that as bonus footage at the end of this video if you guys want to stay tuned and watch that. But gonna be doing some more fishing tomorrow. Gonna be doing some land-based. We're kind of in the springtime swing of things, so I do want to try to go for some pompano. I've been dying to get some pompano. They're probably my favorite fish to eat. It's been a while since I caught any keepers, but probably try fishing at John's Pass tomorrow, maybe a couple of other spots. But yeah, I do want to thank you guys for watching, of course. If you like what you see, subscribe. Don't forget to like, leave a comment if you got any questions. But you guys have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Take care. We're gonna head over to this little mini bridge over here. See if we can get anything. Might be some sheep's head. I've got a little baby red grouper under this thing, so definitely not targeting, but be a fun little catch. There we go, fish home. Feels small. Felt small, actually feels a little bit better now. But likely a sheep's head. Yeah, little sheep's head. Ooh, there's a fighter. Let's dig in. Not a bad size. I mean, he's fat for his size, but I don't think he'll be a keeper. And short of a keeper, but we'll throw him back. All right, so fish on. Feels like another sheep. Actually, I don't. Is this a sheep? No, this one's a little red. So a small little red fish. Getting caught up in the bait bucket. Oh, he's not hooked too well. I'll get him in. All right. So now we just need a snook to get our inshore slam. But oh, he was actually hooked twice. There. So a little redfish. You never know what you're gonna get under these bridges. So there goes a little red for the day. Tiny guy. Definitely not worth measuring. Got a one spotter on him, so cool. We'll let him go. There we go. So got a better fish on here now. I think it's gonna be a red because I saw him surface. But had him on a small piece of shrimp too. Oh yeah, it's a red. Not a bad size either. Honestly, I was hoping it was going to be a snook so we can get our inshore. This guy's good. Fights extra hard when he's in that current. Alright, let's go ahead and net this guy and get him close enough. Alright, so that's redfish number 2. A little bit bigger than the last one. Definitely not a keeper size or slot size. But there he is. A redfish, a piece of shrimp. So, fun little fight. Struck the hook right in the corner, and he is a bleeder. So, we'll get him back in. Definitely not a keeper, so we're not even going to measure him up. So, cool. Alright, go home, buddy. So since we know there's reds down there, we're going to use some live shrimp. I've been using the shrimp pieces. And they've been really just been getting picked apart a lot by some of these smaller sheep's head, pinfish, baby snapper. We'll see if we can get maybe a better sized red or a snook or something. Current's really picked up, the wind's picked up, so I think these are kind of better conditions for fishing a bridge like this. So we're gonna see if we can get something else here. Alright, so we're on again. Feels like it could be a better sheep's head. Hasn't surfaced yet, so I see he's swimming towards the boat now. Is that another red? Not the same size as the other ones. Seems like a lot of these fish are schooling up in the same size. This guy burned up his energy. Oh, he's got such a blue tail. Yeah. Get you in here. So, redfish 3 for the day. Looks like the biggest so far, actually. Not a bad little red. This is a super blue tail. Let me see if I can get it in the light. You can see it there. Really cool. Love the way that looks. But 3rd redfish of the day. I'll go ahead and send him back to his home. Ooh. Oh, come on. 3rd time a charm. There's my bait gone. Oh, there we go. 3rd time is a charm. Not very big. Alright, baby red. Baby sheepy. Little guy. So, tiny sheep's head. There we go. On again. It actually feels a little bit different. I don't know if this is gonna be a red. I don't know what this is. There's a red. He's got something swimming with him. I don't know what that is. Almost looks like a trout swimming with him. this net here since he's on my right side. Again, a bit on the smaller side. They've all kind of been like this. I mean, the sheer number of reds is pretty incredible, but we're gonna look for something a little more sizable here. All right, and he swallowed it too, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the hook out of him. So, as I've said before, just cut that thing as close as you can. If you dig it out, you're probably gonna rip some stuff out along with it that you don't want to, and his chance of survival is a lot less. Let me see if he's got any holes from where he was caught before. I don't think so. But all right, so there's another red. Get him back in the water right away. Here he goes, swimming to the bottom. We're on again. Feels like it's probably a red. Probably the same size as the other reds that we've caught. Which these guys are fun, I'm not gonna lie. And he's fat for his little size. So another redfish here. Oh, another red. It's like I think number 5 for today. So little cool tail there. All right, so the red bite is good. They're just not very sizable. So we'll send this guy. This is where we're just fishing. You can see some spadefish down there. Oh, a whole school of spadefish. Wow. Oh, reverse it. Got a little sheep's head down there, got some mullet. Kind of cool to see what's down here. Yeah, not bad sheep's head. I'm surprised those guys aren't biting. I was getting all the small ones, but if you look here, there's some little reds right there, or mullet, or both. Lots of mullet. Cool. More sheep's head there. Cool. Taking a glimpse into what's down there. More mullet. Okay, what I actually want to try to do is maybe drift across this little deeper cut over here, because the wind's already going to blow us that way anyway, and it's going to try to keep us sideways, because that's what the wind and waves always do when you're on a kayak. But we're going to try to drift across this deeper cut over here on the right, and I'm going to throw that purple demon and see if we can maybe get some trout. All right, so we're back on again, and looks to be a trout. So not a bad trout. Oh God. All right. So not a terrible size. He's probably like 13, 14. But it's our second trout for the day. Let me not leave this in the water because ladyfish are everywhere out here. All right, so it's another trout. Just measure him real quick just to see. He's at 14 inches, so not a keeper size. We're gonna let him go immediately. All right, good times. Trout here. Oh, there we go. This one feels like a trout. Oh, yep, definitely a trout. See him right there on the surface. Usually these trout surface pretty quick. So once you get them on, just look for little splashes. Net this guy. Not a bad trout. Definitely not a monster. Not the gator we were looking for. Purple demon twisted that all up. But another speckled trout. So it'll probably go maybe 13, 14 inches, something like that. Little thumbnail of him. Alright, so I'll just give a quick measure. Yeah, so he's 16. So 16-inch trout. He's actually kind of skinny. But not a bad fish. I mean, not a bad meal for one person. I might actually keep him. So there's tons of these guys this size all over the place. So we'll throw him on the bag, and we'll keep it moving here. All right, guys. So we're wrapping it up, heading back into the to the launch. Decent day. We got a few speckled trout. Got a good amount of redfish. I mean, they're all pretty small, but you know, still fun size. Had some sheepies too, trash fish. I mean, a little bit of everything. So it was a pretty decent day, except we didn't get our snook for the inshore slam. You know, I really could hit that bridge. I have time to see if we can maybe get a snook, but I don't know. I'm about done. I don't feel like retying anything. But yeah, I'm supposed to go out on a Sunday. I'm going to be doing some land-based fishing. Then I think tomorrow I may be taking out the kayak again. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. But, you know, of course, you know, like, subscribe. I certainly appreciate you guys watching. Feel free to leave a comment. If you guys have any questions, you know, feel free to ask. But, all right, take care. Have a good weekend, guys, and stay safe.